Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and welcome. It's Nurse Richard, the Wax Wizard. Thank you for joining me. Interested in a few cases here. Have a look at that. Hence the title of the video. That shouldn't be in there. And I will tell you what that is very shortly. I'll just briefly explain what's going to be going on in this particular episode. So you've got this procedure first, and the second procedure is a classic case of a cotton bud, really impacted and difficult to remove. This lady who'd squashed this thing right in there. And in the middle of that, you're going to see a little review of a product from my friends at Like Me, who are thankfully sponsoring this video. So thanks to them, and it's a great product too. It is. I only recommend things that I believe in and I know are good products. So check that review out as well. But after that review, then you'll see another great procedure as well. So yeah, what's this? A lot of you regulars who watch these videos, you'll already know what that is. It's a Grommet, and it's not a Grommet, the cartoon dog, Wallace and Grommet. I don't know if any of you remember that. I don't know if it was big around the world or it was just a UK thing, but there were these stop motion plasticine characters, very popular in the UK. Oh geez, Grommet. And they were I think they're actually based on a town round here, a lot of them. So yeah, they have quite similar accents to myself a lot of the time. I recognise a lot of the way that they speak and the phrases that they use. So yeah, this is a Grommet, which is a tiny little tube. It is tiny. I know it doesn't look it on there. It's highly magnified. And this is the finding tube. It's a tiny little tube that is the surgeons put a little incision in the eardrum and placed that in the eardrum, so it's open on both ends. It's an open tube, and the whole point of it is that it regulates the air pressure behind the eardrum, because this gentleman had problems with his eustachian tube, which is a tube that joins the back of the nose to the middle ear space, which is behind the eardrum, and it couldn't regulate the pressure there. So what happens is it gets a vacuum effect in the middle ear space, which draws in a load of fluid. And so it really struggled to hear, and that's why he came back to me today. And now the Grommet has fallen out of the eardrum, but then it's in the ear canal, and obviously it's gathered this wax around it. I put a bit of oil in there because it was a little bit stuck to the base of the ear canal, so I wanted to oil it just to prevent it from getting a little bit sore as I was pulling that off. But you'll see a great shot of bubbles in the ear after this. Because I asked the gentleman to pinch his nose and blow, because I wanted to see if there was fluid still behind his ear. And you'll see it inflate any second, and you'll see some bubbles. There you go. So you can still see it's full of fluid in there. So he'll probably going to need grommets again, to be honest, because he's tried everything else. And there's the Grommet. So you're going to see the little review of these phones. Don't forget to use the code if you're interested in buying them, and I'll see you afterwards. As an ear specialist nurse, I get asked all the time, what earphone should I use? Well, I have got the answer for you here. These are the new and improved open earphones from my friends at LitMe. They are an upgrade on the Cozy Fit. This is the Cozy Fit G1 with active noise cancellation. The first open earphone that has got that. These earphones are so comfortable to wear. You just clip them on behind your ear and off you go. Much better than any of the earphones that you have to push inside your ear canal, which can cause you problems. What's great about open earphones is you can also hear the outside world around you. Believe it or not, I went for a jog with mine the other day, and it even helps me to get another couple of miles out if I can hear some great music while I'm running. What's good about the G1 is that it comes with this amazing app. And what can you do with this app? Well, you can customize your listening experience. You can change the EQ depending on what you're listening to, be it a voice or some music. What they've also got in this app is this amazing array of background sounds that can just help to really chill you out. I really like this one with raindrops. When I'm feeling a bit stressed, it just chills me out putting that on in the background. Not only that, you can customize what these buttons do. So you tap these buttons and it can skip to the next track. If you press the buttons on the other ear, you can go to the previous track as well. You also get 8 hours of runtime, and with the case, you get 24 hours of charge time. They're also dust and water resistant, and if you use the code TheWaxWizard on LitMe's official website, you will get 10% off. In the description, there'll also be some links to Amazon, which have their own discounts. So what are you waiting for? Get yours today, the LitMe Cozy Fit G1 open earphones. The only earphones that this ear nurse specialist recommends. Welcome back. Thanks for sticking with me. And yeah, it is a great product, that. And I know this. Yes, it is. This is a paid promotion, but I only would do that for products that I genuinely believed in and thought they were good. And so I wouldn't recommend anything that I personally didn't have, because I do have those. And I have been using it. I found them really useful when I've been doing my running. As you know, I'm doing this charity run, the Great Manchester Run for Children's Hospital, and I really struggle with motivation sometimes. As anybody who's trying to do some exercise who's generally speaking, not very good at it. So they're really good for something like that, because I can still hear the traffic and not get myself run over. So yeah, if you are interested in those, I'll put a link above me if you're watching on YouTube, and there'll be links in the description, but don't forget to use the code. Anyway, I'm going to tell you about this. You can probably see, can't you, what this... I was going to say poor lady, but I think she'll be the first to admit this was all her own fault. And I've left a bit of audio in at the end of this, which you might find quite amusing, because it did look a bit of a mess afterwards, this here. But just have a listen to what I said to her and her reaction to that. But well, she'd done this one. Not many people do this. She'd never used cotton buds before, but she'd felt that her hearing was becoming impaired just in one ear. And so she made an appointment. I think it was about 2-3 days in advance. And the morning of the appointment, she shoved a cotton bud in her ear. She told me that. And I said, why have you done it in the morning that you're coming to see me? It makes no sense at all. I said, you've just made my job harder. I genuinely couldn't believe it. No one's ever done that. People normally come and see me after they've put a cotton bud in, caused a problem. But she said she was already struggling a little bit, but then she put it in after she made the appointment. It defies belief, doesn't it, sometimes? But she'd done a really good job as well. So as you can see, I've had to bung a load of olive oil in there, which, yeah, it does get blurry, make it a bit difficult to see what I'm doing. But it does help to get it out. It seeps underneath that. I know we haven't had dad joke of the day for a couple of episodes. I don't tend to put them in the more serious ones. I did get told off for being a bit too X-rated on a couple of videos ago. You can't please all of the people all the time, can you? It is what it is. Some people said, oh yeah, they were brilliant. And then the others say, too smutty, I'm out. So they'll be a bit more PG, these ones. Well, let's have a couple from this one. I was having difficulty fastening my seatbelt. Then it just clicked. People who use selfie sticks need to take a good long look at themselves. Doctor says to the patient, I think your DNA is backward. Patient says, and? You might need to have a think about that. I've done this. I just burned 2,000 calories. That's the last time I leave brownies in the oven while I go for a nap. Always borrow money from a pessimist. They'll never expect it back. Son says to his dad, Dad, there's someone at the door to collect donations for a community swimming pool. That's something I'd say. Dad says, okay, give them a glass of water. What do you call a boomerang that doesn't come back? A stick. Let's have a couple more before we get to the end of this. Why do you never see elephants hiding in trees? Because they're so good at it. Yeah, let's make sure it's a better one. Which side of a tree grows the most branches? The outside. That's terrible. Where did last one then? Where do dentists like to visit? Las Vegas. Awful, but not as smutty as the other ones I got in trouble for. So, like I said, you can't please everybody. So as you can see, I've had a right wrestle trying to get this out, but out it finally comes, and I'm going to turn up the audio in the procedure so you can have a listen to what I said to this lady. Yep, it has. It's bit red there.
Yeah.
That's because of what you've done, because of what you've done, not what I've done.
Right, I'll believe you. I'll believe you. Thousand.
Yeah, I had to tell her that. When she saw that, like, ooh, that looks a bit red. I'm like, well, it's not my fault. It's what you've done. It's not what I've done. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget, if you like what we do, then feel free to subscribe to the channel. If you want even more videos that I already put out there, you can consider becoming a member. And if you're interested in the Let Me Open earphones, which are really good, there are links in the description down below. So you can get them from the official website. If you're doing that, don't forget to use the code The Wax Wizard, and that'll get you a little discount. Or you can use the codes which are from usually Amazon links. I think there's a UK and a US one. I'm sure you can get it all over the world as well. You just have to, there might be some shipping involved in that. But they are very good. I wouldn't recommend them with the words. But anyway, hope you enjoyed all that. But for now, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you later. I wasn't going to say sooner or later. I don't know what happened then. But I'll see you later. Ta-da.